Hey, welcome to the 19th of January. We're going to look at Psi-Force number 19. Now, the great thing about comic books is you don't have to go start off with number 1. It is a good starting point, of course. But with most comics like Marvel, you can just jump right in. Just make sure you read the little information at the beginning, like at this one. It began with white event, a mysterious astronomical phenomenon. Sorry, my voice is handling this cold weather, which bombarded the entire earth with an unknown energies 2 summers past. In one person out of every million, this energy triggered a largely benign body-wide mutations. Oh, so they're mutants. See, I kept thinking every time they say paranormal in this comic book, I'm going mutant. It's a mutant comic book without being a mutant comic book. I think in the new universe they want to try something different. Let's be honest, they just rename the same things. So this is like, to me, the X-Men. It triggered a benign body-wide mutations resulting in paranormal form and ability. The transition beyond normalcy was not an easy one. For most, it was as traumatic as birth itself. I'm still traumatized from my birth. Joke. All right, Wayne Tucker, Tyrone Jessup, Thomas Boyd, Kathy Ling, and Anastasia Inyoshin, try that, are 5 such paranormals, like the X-Men. 5 people. Compelled to run away from home and seek sanctuary in San Francisco while she sells by the seashore by their mentor, Emmett Proudhog. Let me see if I can get up here where you can read along with me. The children have endured constant harassment from various political and corporate organizations intent on using their powers for personal gain. Imagine that, a corrupt government system. We have never seen it. Wait. I better be quiet. They're probably watching me. All right. Also, Proudhog's death. After Proudhog's death, the forces which pursued them became overwhelming, and their sanctuary was destroyed, divided, and hounded by the United States government. Tucker and Jessup have fled to Canada. Why? Gosh, it's not even better up there. And that's also a thing. If this is the new universe with a new Earth, why would you give them terrible countries like Canada? Just joking. All right, so with the help of another paranormal teen, Lindsay Fallman, now Boyd, Ling, Inuyasha, whatever, must escape from the Medusa web, a group of paranormal bounty hunters hired to capture them, dead or alive. All right, so in this comic book, we see they're running from these Medusa web people. They're trying to catch them because, well, let's see, they either want them alive to be part of their team or dead so they can experiment on their bodies and try to figure out how to make more people like them that are more, let's say, able to kill. Some of these people don't want to kill. Kathy Lang, I think, is one of them. She's horrified by the concept, but she's a telekinesis, and just like Jean Grey, she gets more powerful. They had duck out in the mall because where else are teenagers going to go? I mean, of course they're going to go to the mall. Not very smart. Well, the bad guys have got their own little mutant task force. This is one of them. Her name is Relampago, Spanish for lightning. So she's really fast. Well, they don't care if they kill these people. This is a Russian dude. He's really fat, so okay, whatever. So they're sending them in there to extract these guys, dead or alive, and they don't care if they lose their own characters. They really don't. Here's Tyrone. He's in ghost form going somewhere for some reason. I'm not quite sure. It's a little side story in this. And then while the fast girl is going after her, the telekinesis girl, she does something less telekinesis by pulling a wire, and the fast girl trips over it and actually dies, which is kind of weird. She must be really got a weak spine. She's horrified by what she did because she's not a killer. Well, now she is. But you got to remember, it's one of the situations where I know I used to have a hard time with the concept of killing to survive. I don't see many ads in this. Where are the ads? I like ads. All right. Well, anyway, I'm not going to give you all the things. This was a really good picture, I thought. I posted that to Instagram. I thought it was really... She just laid it on him. Now, the only reason she can do that is because she was using her telekinesis. Well, in the end of this story, Redhead got caught. That girl got knocked out and got caught. And let's see. It just kind of ends abruptly, which I was like, where's the rest of it? So this is an interesting part because I thought Spitfire was, I don't know what it was. It says, yes, it's time these children were introduced to Spitfire. I thought Spitfire was just a robot. I didn't know it had anything to do with, I don't know what they're doing. I think I'd have to read more into it. Hey, overall, good read, fun comic, decent art, and fairly good story. I mean, there's some little bit of plot holes in this, like why didn't they just separate and split in different directions? I know divided we fall and this whole Scooby-Doo concept, but I think it would have been safer, personally. So next Psi-Force, we're going to see some crazy stuff going on. Yeah, it's probably why this was a more expensive comic book, because I don't see any ads in it, and it was $1.25 back whenever comic books were not $1.25. This was the late 80s. Comic books were less than $1 at this point, like 75 cents, I think. So when people started experimenting with taking out ads and upping the quality of the paper to what's called Baxter paper, they started upping the prices, and I'm like, go back to newsprint, put the ads back in. I don't care about ads. I actually like them now. I mean, you have in-house ads. So, guys, if you've read Psi-Force before, let me know what your impression is of it. So far, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it gives me the feel that this is a 80s reboot of X-Men, sort of. Like if we never had comic books before the 80s and they were introducing the X-Men, it kind of gives you more of a modern, I hate to say modern because the 80s is obviously not modern now, but the 80s, you know, if I was reading this as a kid, if they were starting up something like the X-Men all over again, or